This episode is brought to you by superherostuff.com. Welcome everybody to episode 3 of In the Comics Dead Edition.
Dead Edition.
Where we're covering Fear the Walking Dead, and soon within 3 weeks, Walking Dead will be back on. We'll be tackling that on this show as well. So
Yes.
we'll have 2, but right now we're going to talk about Fear the Dead episode 3. We had a week in between, had a little holiday there, and they came back. Did they come back strong or did they come back soft? Dave?
Only time will tell. No, I actually think they came back pretty strong. I liked this episode a lot better than the previous one. I think it was entitled The Dog.
Dog, yes it was.
Which kind of made sense. Obviously, there was a scene with the dog.
That was awful.
It was awful.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Being a dog lover, especially, I love German Shepherds,
he
man.
walked up to the door and the dog's like, man, like, oh, sweet dog. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Leave the animals alone. Rip faces off other people. Leave poor German Shepherd out.
You know, with that scene, though, you got kind of a taste of the dead and the craving that they have and all that stuff. So I think there was some good tension in this. I think there was it moved the story a little bit more. The family got back together. There were some good parts of this episode. I think a couple questions came up, but we can tackle that in a minute. But overall, pretty sure I loved the way it came back, and I think it was better than the last episode.
I think it was better than the last episode. I like how things are starting to ramp up a little bit. And I'm going to keep my just judgment of the show separate from like my personal opinion based on what I already know about the zombie shows and stuff like that. But I did like it. I liked how the mom kind of got really aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, she was ready to take a hammer to her neighbor. She's like, she's dead. And even I thought it was funny. Is it Chris? The guy's
Yeah.
You know, he was the first one to say, he's the first one out of all these people, because we're calling him infected. Dave called that as far as like what we're going to call him on the show. He was the first one to say they're dead.
Actually, that was Nick.
Nick, sorry.
Yeah, Chris is the other son.
Yeah, okay.
But Nick is the one that said that, yes.
So Nick's like, they're dead. So what is Nick? I mean, Nick doesn't know anything, but where does that come from? The fact that it took forever to stop them when they were driving to take the woman to the hospital, and that whole place is surrounded.
Yes.
That
was crazy.
I did
That
like
was
the scene going right before the commercial was just like he's driving along the LA skyline. It's just like boof, boof, boof.
Yeah.
Lights going out. That was pretty good. That was a nice
really
little
good.
touch. That was creepy and cool. And now the power's out, and it's just it's getting everybody's come together now. Now it's getting the survival. What do you think of the ending though? Because I find it interesting how it ended.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think one of the best parts of the episode was, you see all this stuff happening at the hospital. You see the lights going out. Mm-hmm. But then, all of a sudden, the military shows up.
Right.
And the perfect timing, too. I mean, the guy was about to get eaten.
Oh, yeah.
The husband was about to get eaten.
Yeah.
But that was, I thought, a great twist, because I wasn't expecting it. You almost think that, okay, it's got to be the downfall now. All the lights are going out. But then all of a sudden, it seems like they got it under control, kind of.
Right.
So I think it's a good twist of the show that it just doesn't all fall apart. Because we got to remember, the big thing about this is, to us, it's been 4 weeks.
Right.
But it's only been a day or two in the show.
Right, exactly.
So things aren't moving as fast as you would think in the show right now. So there's still a little bit of time before civilization actually does fall.
Well, how quickly do you think that the military intervening is going to have to fall apart? Because again, we're only talking 6 episodes here. We're 3 in, and we've already come to episode 3, and it's been everything's fine. It's starting to escalate. Now it's out of control. Right back to the end of episode 3 is the saviors are here. It's going to be fine. So how quickly does that have to just go in the crapper?
Well, I think if you think about it, I think the first season of Walking Dead was 6 episodes, right? It was 5 or 6.
6, I think.
And their ending was what? Their ending was the CDC. They went to the CDC, and they were told there that they explained what happens to they're dead. They're not alive, they're dead.
Right.
and it was time to leave the city. So I think, similarly, I think that's what's going to happen here. I think the 6th episode is the time when everything's going to basically fall completely off the radar.
It's going to fall out.
And then they have to leave Los Angeles. And I think, so, I mean, a couple episodes it's going to happen, I think.
Okay. And again, my only, it's not a criticism of the show, because again, I've said this many times off camera, that it's not the show's fault. Mm-hmm. It's a new show. Trying to get new people in, trying to do the whole thing. And I'm just, the only problem I'm having with it is, overall, is that all these characters are falling into those stereotypes. The dad is the one who, we're going to save everybody, and we don't have the right to judge who's actually dead or not. We don't really know what's going on, so it's all just take a breath. So he's like the cautious one.
Who's that similar to? At least in the show, it's similar to Herschel.
Yes. You know, we put him in the barn. We don't really know what's going on. We don't want to let him die. We could be a cure. Had that hope going on all the time. But then we have, the angsty teenager, which is the daughter, who's like, I want to leave my boyfriend. I know he's not dead. Blah blah blah. Then Nick, who's, again, I think I like Nick the most because even though he's a drug addict, he's coming around pretty quickly. This whole thing is like, they're dead. We're out of here, type of thing. I like that. And the mom's kind of coming around to Nick's side, which I like. She's becoming more of an Andrea character because she's growing really fast as far as like her willingness to do what she needs to do to survive.
She's the Rick character. She's Rick.
So I like that. But again, I guess they're just falling into stereotypes, and I'm kind of like, you're dumb. Stab them in the head. They're gonna come back. What are you doing? But I did like the hospital part early on because that was, you think about how it would happen. How it would snowball so fast. Well, hospitals, people are dying left and right, so they're going to get up and just start tearing people apart. You know, and it's kind of a nice little nod to Rick being in the hospital when he wakes up. Now that's my own thing too. I don't really have a lot of sympathy for these characters yet. I don't have an emotional attachment to these characters, much like we talked about the new characters in Walking Dead, and like how do we get that emotional connection if someone does die. With Rick in Walking Dead, it's like he wakes up, he's in the hospital, he doesn't know what's going on, and he's got to walk the streets in a night. He's lost his family, he doesn't know what's going on. So you have a lot of sympathy for Rick. He's like, wow, imagine you wake up and like everything is gone, and you have no idea what happened. And then he lost his wife. Then he finds his wife and kids. So you emotionally connect to all those characters really, really quick. I just want to see how they're gonna hook us. Who's going to be the person to be the sacrificial lamb to get us to care a lot? I mean, these people, not that they're unsympathetic characters. I just don't have a real emotional connection as far as these 3 episodes so far. That's all. To me, they seem like there's this very stereotypical, like we're going to fall into our little roles. Especially don't like the daughter now. She's getting on my nerves. Hope she turns out strong, but she's becoming that character. It's just like the annoying noise in the background. I don't want to leave. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to, it's just like, just do something. If she became a stronger character, did something, if she stabbed somebody in the face, I'd be like, all right, cool. She's getting it. So, all right.
Well, who do you think? Who's
going to be the first? Question. We don't have a viewer question, but our question today will be, who's going to die first? Actually, let's ask our cameraman, Chad. Who do you think is going to die first?
Probably the dad from the other family. That guy.
The dad from the other family.
The family they hooked up with in the...
Oh, really? From the barbershop?
That's a ballsy call there, Chadwick, because I don't think I would go that way.
People I think they respect him so far, and he's the cautious one, so I think he's going to get it because of that.
I don't think it's going to be the main cast, but I'm thinking maybe it's the daughter of the second family.
That's who I was about to say.
That's my guess. Daughter of the second
family. Because I think that's going to cause him changing his character.
Yeah, because he's cautious. He wants to protect her. And mom was like, trust your father.
Well, it seems like the mom's inevitably going to die.
I thought she actually, it was kind of interesting when she was running and that thing fell. It looked like it crushed her skull.
I know.
And it cut back. All of a sudden, it was just her leg. I was like, what happened there?
Yeah.
I thought that she was the first one. I was like, she's the first, like, and it wasn't a casualty of the zombie thing. It was just the riot and everything. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, so grade, episode 3.
I bump this back up to a 4. 4 star, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in the 3.5 range,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. It was good. I mean, it was an enjoyable
good.
episode. It was a little more
It was
enjoyable than
enjoyable.
the second one, I thought.
Got a little more zombies. Like I said, the next door neighbor, a couple next door neighbors.
Yeah, I like the zombies now too because again,
Got a head explosion.
yeah, that's.
I mean-
I like how these are the fresh dead. We haven't seen these in a while, so it's kind of cool to see not all
Yeah.
decomposing and easy. Kind of just kick them in the face and the head falls off or whatever. So it's kind of cool to see that different look at the zombies. All right, so episode 4. I haven't watched the preview yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of military stuff going on.
So we'll see what happens with that. And other than that, next episode, it is next week, right? We got 3
Next
more
week.
episodes to go.
Yep.
So before we go, let's give a mid-season grade to the entire series. How about that? Let's do a 1 through 5 on that.
1 through 5. I'll go 3.5. I'll go 3.5 for that.
Yeah, I'll give it a
drop it
solid
down a little bit,
3.5.
3.5.
Chad?
3.5.
All right, 3.5.
3.5.
3.5 is our official vote for Fear the Walking Dead. Right now, again, I think it's solid. It is new, and I understand where they're going, so I'm hanging with it. It's not as rough as some of a lot of shows coming out, so
Yeah,
it's
a
going
lot
to
of shows,
be
yeah.
crazy. So the last one came early. All right, in 3 weeks, I believe, Walking Dead's coming out. We'll come back again when we do the show again in 3 weeks. After Fear the Walking Dead is done, we'll kick right into The Walking Dead on a weekly basis. So look for that. It's season 6. Excited?
Season 6. Totally excited. Can't wait, man.
gonna
Loving
be-
the promo images that are coming out. It looks awesome.
It's going to be crazy. And this is something we're getting closer to the comic book stuff.
Yeah.
So either they're going to do what like the Game of Thrones did and they don't have a book 6, so they're just going to go on before the books. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. So looking forward to that. And other than that, thanks again for watching the show. We appreciate it. And
Don't forget, promo code 2114. Go to superherostuff.com. You get all your Walking Dead merchandise and all the other stuff that's on there. The rest of this month, September, 2114 is right there on the screen. So go check it out.
I got my stuff
Get
today.
14% off.
and what's really cool is actually when you go there, when you put your promo code and you get your final total with shipping and everything, it says 14% off thanks to our friends at the 21 Network.
That's right.
There you go. So check out all our cool shows on 21 Network, and we will see you next week.